time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
That's good.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Finding Pickens for another catch. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. George Pickens, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
At their own 16-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. They'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. This is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The
Dolphins at 1-7 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to...
And got his man, complete! Touchdown! Devon Achane, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. They went through...
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. George Pickens, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. On his loop for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Ravens 14, Dolphins 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8.
Get set. Big team. Hey, 21G. 21G.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Waddle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And you look at this defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants him to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready. All right, go ahead. Go. Ready. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man down the field is Waddle. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
First down.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Jackson. It's complete on a bubble screen. That's Henry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Onward.
3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 4th down. Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
14 yards.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Baltimore.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the RP. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket. He tucks it and goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man that's caught for a Ravens touchdown. George Pickens on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21. Dolphins 7. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
This is 2nd and 8.
Ready. Ready to stinger. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey. Ready.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Get safe. Go ahead. Wait, Chief. Wait. Yeah. Longer, long.
Looking to pass. Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 45 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's up there on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Second down, they go again with Henry. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play action. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
Quit, ready? Hey, come on.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Report.
Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that, what a dangerous throw there back across the field, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Jackson now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Ready. Ready, team. What's that? Solo left Zion.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Now Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Mike Green in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now it's Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And the lead will hold at 10.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Out. Watson, Oscar.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Go ahead. Solo left Zion. Solo left.
Tua going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready. Let's go. Ready, team.
Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Achane on first and 10. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Again, it's Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
All right, go ahead, go, go, go. Ready. Hey, hey. Hey. 21G, 21G. Out.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Watch it, Oscar. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's caught downfield by Pickens. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. George Pickens, 33 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
Ravens 38, Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
First down.
Running right, here's Achane. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 10 yards.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Get set. Out.
Achane gets it from the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Go ahead. Solo left Zion.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hey, 21 TX. Solo left Zion. Solo left. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run, Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2.
All right, go. Ready.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hey, middle.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Inside handoff, Henry.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Well, they're going option play on third down. Now he's loose again. He may go.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 67 yards.
And the Ravens are looking to make it two straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
The point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Dolphins, 27.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Ready, shot. Long. Watch it, Oscar. Solo left Zion. Solo left. Ready.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
From the gun, it's Tua. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
All right, come on.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Open man, Westbrook Aquino. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game. You work at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they get done.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 26.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Short throw caught by Dosich. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
All right, go.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, H.A. Well, he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Ravens 45, Dolphins 34.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Sit on!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on fourth and long to give him a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Henry. He is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now.
52. Dolphins 34. Tyler Luke to kick
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And the Dolphins first down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he'll be brought down just shy of 45.
From the 44 now, here's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
21G, 21G. Turbo 1, high.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Ready. Corner, long. 20, TX.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win.